Tonight's theme has been Make America Safe once again, with a focus on crime, drugs, and securing the border. But another strong theme has been party unity. In fact, former President Trump came into Fiserv Forum to watch the convention in person for a second night, and he timed it just so that he could see his former rivals Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis take the stage. For more on the second night of the Republican National Convention, here's Alice Barr.
Former President Trump again electrifying the crowd with his entrance on night 2 of the Republican National Convention, joining his new running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, and watching as former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley took the stage.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
A late edition speech.
President Trump asked me to speak to this convention in the name of unity.
From the former president's fiercest critic during the GOP primaries.
You don't have to agree with Trump 100% of the time to vote for him.
Next up, another primary rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Let's send Joe Biden back to his basement, and let's send Donald Trump back to the White House.
Some of the loudest cheers came for one-time presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy, who embraced the night's Make America Safe Again focus on crime and immigration.
If you want to seal the border, vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump.
Speakers repeatedly blaming President Biden's policies for illegal border crossings, with some of the most ramped up rhetoric since leaders on both sides called for unity in the wake of the assassination attempt against former President Trump. The former president looking on as one-time rivals pledge their support and rally around the new Republican ticket. In Milwaukee, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The California delegation has been thrilled to see all the support come together for the Trump-Vance ticket. We were on the floor with the California delegation right after those speeches by Haley and DeSantis.
I was thrilled to see. I couldn't even sit down with them talking because it meant something. It didn't feel fake. It didn't feel staged. I really believe in their hearts. They want everybody to be together and get Donald Trump back in the White House.
So talk to me about what unites the party right now.
I think the message among Republicans is pretty consistent. We back the police. We like the fact that Donald J. Trump right now, as the presidential candidate, is pretty much the polar opposite of Joe Biden.
What do you make of your party coming together now behind this ticket?
No, I think the party's very united behind President Trump and Vice President Vance, as well as it's wanting to bring more underneath the tent. It's wanting to be opened up and bringing more people into the basic common philosophies of being safer cities, prosperity for our residents, and securing the future of the country.
Tomorrow's theme will be Make America Strong once again, with a focus on foreign policy and national security. But the real highlight for all of these delegates will likely be seeing the brand new vice presidential nominee, Senator J.D. Vance, accepting the nomination. In Milwaukee, I'm Edie Lambert. Now back to you.